What does mobile 3.0 look like real quick? Well, I'm throwing some darts here a little bit, but I mean, I think a lot of it we've already sort of talked about over the last morning. Yes, location is important. It follows, mobile 3.0 is definitely location-based, as we are as humans, but it's about way more than that. It's pulling, for me, mobile 3.0 is pulling everything together. It's pulling in social. It's pulling in my past purchase preferences, my financial information, my calendar, my purchase history. What have I bought recently? What have I said I want to buy? And melding all of that together into a huge algorithm that follows me wherever I go and becomes predictive. And the apps do talk to one another. So it's not just one little app working in isolation, but it's things that are now seamlessly integrated, that are figuring stuff out for me in advance. That it's not about me checking into things or places or content anymore. It's about those things checking into me. It's about knowing and predicting my preferences to the point that it taps me on the shoulder and says, by the way, that thing you love, 2 blocks away. Here's a coupon. Go have fun, right? That's where I think we're headed. And the tether is going to become very thin. We're going to have a tether, a device of some kind, but I mean, I think Google's already giving us a bit of a hint that we've got to free up both hands, right? Potentially, whether it's glasses or some other device, with some other form, we need to free ourselves up to be able to engage fully. Machine learning, we talked about machine-to-machine communication. Machine learning is going to be very, very important. Tell me, if I lose my keys twice, the third time I lose my keys, tell me where they are. That's what we want to see, right? If I eat Thai food on Wednesdays more than twice, let's get predictive. Tell me that I'm probably going to want that again. Right? So I think machine learning is going to be, and artificial intelligence is going to be key. Because our digital assistants are going to become way more than that. They're going to become digital companions. We're going to be talking to our digital assistants, digital companions, as though they are cherished friends. There's going to be a reaggregation of who we are on the web, because right now we're as fragmented on the web as the apps are, right? I'm one person on LinkedIn, I'm another person on Facebook, I'm another person on YouTube. And all of those preferences have to come together into one profile that I can manage and curate in order to get the best experience. Safety and privacy, there's already an application called Collusion. This is something you got to check out. Collusion is a plugin actually for Firefox that after you use the web on Firefox, you can hit the Collusion plugin and it'll show you how many cookies are following you now, how many tracking sites are following you, just based on your activity. And it's shocking, actually. Even sites like, Sesame Street and that put like 10 tracking cookies on you. It's weird. So we're going to start to get more and more tools like this that enable us to reclaim the safety and privacy of the net. So yes, it's about location, but it's about all this other stuff coming together seamlessly in a way that I can manage. And if you think this is creepy, as some people do, you guys don't because you're savvy and you're close to it. A lot of people think this is just creepy, but the fact is 40% of consumers surveyed said if it was relevant data that I was getting, more relevant, I'd sign up tomorrow. 40%. And I would too, if it meant that all the crap that marketers send me went away and I got relevant stuff. Now, the new moon race is shaping up. I believe that we can start to see already all of these companies now jockeying for position in this creation of the Uber app and putting together, assembling the various components of it. And I'm sure there are components here that I left out, but I believe that we can start to see this taking shape. And plugging all these components together on a mutual platform. And we've got the technology now to help us make these buying decisions away from the home, away from the store. We can make these buying decisions remotely. I can try your watch on, I can try your purse, I can see your glasses on my face, I can even move your furniture around my house without being at home. Right? So retailers say to me, yeah, but there's always going to be stuff you need to feel and touch, Doug. We sell stuff people need to feel. And I say, you know what? There's 2 Lear jets for sale on eBay right now. If I can buy a Lear jet on eBay, chances are I can buy a vacuum cleaner without being in your store, right? Amazon and 7-Eleven partnering to create drop zones now, anticipating the idea that people are going to have so much stuff coming to their houses that they need a central location to drop. In the UK, they're making refrigerated grocery boxes to drop in. So what does all this mean? No more stores? No more stores. That's what people say. Well, no, it doesn't mean no more stores, because retail as an absolute figure is massive and m-commerce is very, very tiny. It's even a tiny percentage of e-commerce. But the potential is huge. The potential for m-commerce is massive and it's growing exponentially. So what's happening is we're having a redefinition of what the store is. The place for evaluation is different. It's not about being at the corner, as we say, of Main and Main anymore. Right? It used to be in retail, you just wanted the best location. You got the best location, you could suck. Didn't matter. You were going to get enough business to survive. But the store as a distribution center is over. If you're in retail or in any consumer-facing business and you believe that your store, your location is a distribution center, you're going to have a really, really tough decade. Because what your store is really is a media point, a media center, where the consumer has such an incredibly galvanizing experience that it doesn't matter then what platform they buy from you on. They'll buy from you on any platform, whether it's a Facebook store, a poster store in a subway, a recycled shipping container in Brooklyn, doesn't matter. Your store has to be an experience center. Everyone says, oh, you know, everything's becoming so digital, people are going to suffer, and there's going to be no more people at retail. It's not true, but we're going to go from having these very, very low-skilled retail workers that are just, you know, flexible, friendly, can you work weekends sort of thing, to advanced problem solvers, people who are highly skilled and more highly paid, which would be nice for a change. So thinking beyond the shelf, we're seeing brands thinking beyond the shelf. Whole Foods starting wellness clinics. Lululemon, yoga classes in store. Canadian Tire, thinking beyond the shelf. They just started a driver's academy. Driver's academy for young drivers. So what better way, really, to experience the brand than, you know, than driving? Experience centers like Amazon. Amazon is now talking about opening brick and mortar stores. I thought their success was not having stores, right? They're now talking about getting into the space, because how can you experience a Kindle Fire unless you have an environment to do that in? So the days of being average and having ever escalating sales are over. That's not going to work anymore. There's absolutely no middle of the road anymore for brands. You could argue that there is a middle of the road, but you don't want to be there, right? Let's just agree on that. And that invisible is what average is going to be by 2015. So the only option really to break through all the noise is to become remarkable. So that marketing funnel I showed you earlier still exists. The marketing funnel still exists. The problem that marketers don't understand yet is that it's turned around completely. You don't put anything in the top. Everything goes in the bottom and comes out. And it's the consumer that's driving it.